Hello, bit more videoing, and I've just seen a Super Sentinel go past. Right, now I've seen that, I'm just going to walk over to these two mini mokes. They're sort of like a Jeep thing that is based around the parts for a Mini. You know, that says Morris on there, and there's a moke. Actually, let's go. I'm going to go to the tractors now. Which is a bit of a walk from the mini mokes. There's a lot of space here actually. It's really quite a big area, this. If we have a look at the tractors, well, most of them were described earlier at the arena. So here we see a Leyland. Here's a Leyland. There's a McCormick International 276 diesel. Massey Ferguson 165. Here's a McCormick 276 again. There's a Turbomatic Farmer 306 LS by Fendt. This is a diesel Field Marshal, single cylinder 2-stroke diesel. I think they're the ones you could actually set up to run backwards, or even it not complete its stroke and it just stands there. It shakes a bit. There's a Fordson Major, Cub International Cadet here. Here's a Plowmaster 75 roadless, I think by Ford. Here's a Fordson Major, Ferguson 35 sitting next to a Fordson Dexter. I know someone that's got Dexter. No. Massey Ferguson 35. There's a Fordson Major, early one. We look up here, we see a Fordson Model N. And there's a Fordson Model N in wartime colours, so green. I don't know what this one was used for, but it's a very unusual greyish colour. And you can see there's a flathead engine just about here. Gasoline for starting only, so this would have been petrol TVO. TVO, I'm not sure if you can still get hold of it. It's specialised. Another Fordson Model N. There's a couple of Model Ns actually. One in sort of patina, and one in sort of blue and orange. That was the one they were celebrating Dagenham with, I think. Massey Ferguson 35, just here, sitting next to another Ferguson here. Looks again like a 35, sort of a greeny colour. That brings us very nicely back round to Fordson Major, a Ford 1220 with a Ferguson 35 in the same shot. So left to right, Fordson Major diesel Perkins, Ford 1220 sort of miniature little tractor thing, Ferguson 35 there. Here's a Ford 3000 next to a TW25 Ford. Oh look, there's a Super Sentinel again. Oh, what's this? That's a Ferguson 35, I think. Another couple of grey Fergies, one's with a roll hoop. A couple of David Brown Crop Monsters. Around quick. Oh look, it's the Burrell Tiger. one's a moto cart. Wait a minute, didn't I see one of these earlier? Yeah, I did. Oh, there's another one here. Another moto cart. A couple of them here. I think this must be Oto. That looks like an Oto. Just about get Oto or Oto. It's a weird looking three-wheeled thing. There's a Fordson Major here, early school, that one. Right. Yeah. Right, we now see a tracked vehicle, David Brown. Yeah, it's a David Brown tracked vehicle, 30 something or other. Here we see a one of these grey. It's a greyish Fergie, battleship grey, that one. So TE20, I think that one. I did learn all these earlier, but this is a Trantor, and this is Massey Ferguson 35X, which would have been used on highways because of the paint job. There's a 148 Massey Ferguson multi-power next to a grey Fergie, which I think is a TE20, I think that one. Oh, that could be something I could go to. We've got Vintage Tractors weekend at Amberley. I was there last week. Great little place that is. Well, not that little, it's a heck of a walk round. But then it's not that much of a walk around if you're not lazy. It's a Massey Ferguson. Looks like a 35. Looks as though